My name is Fabian, and I happily present Autonomyo to you. Autonomyo is about empowering neurorehabilitation along the whole continuum of care, which means not only in the post or the acute phase where most solutions tackle, but along the way a patient goes through. And that's what we stand for. We want to bring back mobility to people who have lost it. So we are in the space of rehabilitation, stroke, MS, neuromuscular dystrophy, etc. And I share a quick story so you understand where the problem today is and what we try to tackle in that space. This is Sarah. She's 58 years old and she had a stroke last year in May. She had a blood clot that was removed in an acute hospital in the emergency department. That was quite fast, but she still had severe disability and she was not able to move the left part of her body. So lower extremity and upper extremity, she was not able to move. She got into rehabilitation after acute hospital for about 3 months, so quite intense. There she had many training sessions. It's 1 or twice a day for physical, and then you get other therapies on top of that. And she could, by the end of those 3 months, walk with a walker, with a help to go through the basic mobility steps. At home, she had once a week physiotherapists in an outpatient center, and once a week someone came to her home, or still does, and she gets a treatment. Unfortunately, she doesn't do any progress anymore. So she reached a plateau because those 2 sessions a week are way too little, and she's not able to really train on her own. So that happens to many patients, that they reach a plateau way too early because they lose the intensity of rehabilitation, the intensity of training, because the follow-up treatment after the inpatient setting is way too little. Lack of therapists is a big reason, lack of training devices or robotics that would assist that, too far travel distances, etc. And in this setting, we built tech to enable training without the need of constantly having a supervisor or a therapist with you, and to get the best accessibility to your rehabilitation as possible. Currently, we have 2 products in the pipeline. The first is Skywalk. It's a very simple tool that prevents patients like Sarah from falling, to be able to verticalize and to do simple training steps, side steps, little squat movements, etc., to really train. It's adjustable, it's affordable, and it allows a training that Sarah would not be able to do otherwise. In a clinic, in an outpatient center, but possibly also at Sarah at home. For example, that treadmill setup that you see here, bottom right, a test patient of us was having that setup at home and could do daily training sessions with that after someone helped in the Skywalk to start with. So that bodyweight support system is for all kind of neurological patients, tested and suitable for them. It's a class 1 medical device, and we plan to launch that beginning of next year, first in the US and then in Europe in Q2. The pre-series production is currently in a last clinical test in Zug in Switzerland, and then the serial production begins. Our second product is a robotic device, the NeuroXO, an exoskeleton for people to train. Focus is stroke people. So it is adapted to that very specific need that oftentimes you have only one side that you need to train. And also the way it is designed, that it is able to work also seamlessly and as easy as possible in an outpatient center, and finally, eventually, potentially also in people's home, once there is reimbursement for such systems. Switzerland has just introduced reimbursement for that kind of robotic devices in the outpatient fields, and other countries are working on such reimbursement systems. It comes with games, it comes with a remote platform for a physio also to accompany a patient on that journey, and as a whole rehabilitation platform. World Health Organization reports it's about 25 million people that require neurological care and that kind of rehabilitation. And that's the group we build that kind of tech for. With me, there is René in our team. René is a senior executive. He had and he led 2 rehabilitation companies in the past for around 20 years. And joined our project around 1 year ago. And Amalric built the tech. He's from EPFL, and he's the R&D brain of the company. And together we launch those products. As said, Skywalk quite soon. The NeuroXO will take another about 2 years to really be launched in the market. And the current capital sale campaign is to fund all the market introduction efforts of Skywalk. And happily have your questions afterwards in the breakout sessions. Thanks a lot.